One Piece, Chapter 943, Smile, or as it should be called, The Reunion, because wow, big reveals, big meetups this chapter, so let's get into my review. Yo! Hegassen here, and wow, the ending of this week's chapter is awesome. That reunion, I can't wait to talk about that, but we've got a lot of other good stuff to get through first, so let's jump straight into this. But before we get to that, don't forget please to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Really keeps me going, really helps move this channel forward. But anyway, let's carry on with this review. Beautiful cover page image of Robin, but straight away in this chapter 943, we've got another flashback again of Tonyasu when he was younger and all of the 9 Red Scabbards, and we get to see what they all look like when they were younger. Well, I say all of them. We don't get to see Karamatsu again. We see his eyes still coming through the big hat, and it kind of looks like he's got like great big cheesy grin, but I think that's like the collar that he's wearing. But it looks like he's got a great big cheesy grin, and in the background you can see Denjiro, you see his ponytail and stuff. He still kind of looks like the Manslayer, so I'm not sure when we're going to get his reveal. But again, holding off here. But we get everybody else. We get Kinemon with looks like he's got like blonde hair or something way back in the day. He's looking really cool. I love Nekomamushi. He looks so funny there in the corner. He's all like, oh, Nekomamushi. And then we've got Ashura Doji, who pretty much looks exactly the same. But the one that stands out the most for me is O-Kiku, because she looks the most different. She kind of looks like Izzo from the Whitebeard Pirates here. She looks a little bit more like she's got a little bit more of a strong jaw. Not really sure what's going on here. At first I thought it was a guy, so where's that going with O-Kiku's character? Is this a subtle little hint of something that something isn't quite right? Maybe that's why Osuru or something didn't recognise her. I'm not sure. I know that speculation has been out there, but here at first I was like, Izzo, is that you? I don't think it is. I think it's just O-Kiku. I think it's just the way it's been drawn a little bit. But we get to see here very early on that back in the day, Tonyasu, Yasui, so many names now, the Hedgehog, he was still very loyal to Oden. The 9 Red Scabbards, they were up to no good. They were basically a bunch of bandits, which makes sense because Oden spent a lot of his time out in the rougher areas of Wano, and they were trying to steal some money. And Tonyasu, Yasui is just like, okay, you know, you can have the money, but you got to spend it on making yourselves the best protectors of Oden you can be. You got to get knowledgeable, you got to get smart, because this guy, he's going to lead Wano, and you have to protect him. So again, building up the fact that Tonyasu, he was an alright guy, and yes, bam, he is dead now. Confirmed in this chapter that he's actually dead. People were saying that he's dead. I know that, you know, there was a lot of hope that, oh, you know, maybe he just took the bullets, but no. He's dead, unfortunately. And again, still very sad. A character that we was only just introduced to. And now, you know, a few chapters later, he's been killed off. It's very sad and it's very impactful in this chapter because we got Otoko. She's running in there. She's crying. She's got through the thing. And she's towering over her dad, trying to wake him up. But just before we get to that, we get the reveal about why everybody else are laughing. Why is everybody from Ebisu Town laughing? And it's not a metaphor thing. It's not something to do with the fact that Orochi ripped everything from them, and the only thing that they kind of got left is their ability to smile. And if they couldn't smile and have fun, then they've got nothing else to live for. No, it actually is tied to the devil fruits themselves. And we get a big explanation of this. And we kind of get actually from like 4 different people all at the same time. You know, we've got Hiyori telling Zoro and Brook. We've got Old Man Hyo telling Luffy, who's watching it on a great big screen. You know, I thought Queen was meant to be doing the big samurai tournament, but it seems like that they're all just standing around watching the telly now. They all went to sleep, and now they're all standing around watching the telly. Get on with the tournament. But anyway, we also have Shinobu. She's telling Nami, Robin, Usopp, Frankie, and Sanji. And then we've got Ashura Doji, who's completely aware that Kinemon and Inuarashi are behind him. He's telling them, and they're all telling basically the same story about why the smiles are called smiles and how that links to the people of Ebisu Town, and it's to do with the side effects of the artificial devil fruit. The artificial devil fruits, they have a 10% chance of giving people the, you know, the kind of the slightly less effective Zoa powers that the beast pirates have, that Kaido has. So at 1 out of 10 people, they eat the fruit, they get the power of the animal that they've eaten, and they become the gifters. And interestingly enough, in the panel where it shows the gifters, we see Pandaman there. So Pandaman confirmed as a gifter. That throws up a whole load of speculation in itself. I'm sure it's just in there as a little joke. At first I was like, oh, maybe he's a mink. Now I'm like, well, hang on, he's a gifter? Is he like been spying on the Straw Hats all this time for Kaido? Don't know. Just a little Easter egg, I assume. But it's still funny. Whole load of speculation can be done with just that. But aside from the gifters, we then have the failures of the gifters, the pleasures. And that is the other 9 people. You know, if 10 eat it, 1 gets the power, the other 9, they get the side effects. And we also have the waiters, and the waiters are the people that are waiting for the devil fruit. But the pleasures are the one that we need to talk about, because they are the ones that link to what's happening in Ibisu Town. And the pleasures, they don't get any of the devil fruit powers, they don't get any of the animal powers. Instead, they get this weird side effect where the only emotion that they can express is happiness and smiling. And that's all they're left with. And what's happened here is even when you eat the devil fruit, that side effect doesn't go away. So if a gifter gets that power and discards the devil fruit, even if, you know, they've just taken 1 bite, they discard it, that side effect power is still there. If somebody else was to eat it, they won't get the animal powers, but they will get that side effect. And that is what Orochi has been doing to the people of Ibisu Town. They've been starving, and he's been throwing in the abandoned smile fruits in with their food so that they get all of this laughing power. You even see Kaido watching this, and he expresses that this is all Orochi's doing. So this is like Orochi really dropping down as a very, very low life character. I cannot wait to see him get, like, you know, that punch. You know, like when Luffy punches Tenryubitu. I can't wait for that moment in this. And it looks like we're going to be getting it very soon, because we get to the end of the chapter. Like I say, Otoko, she was running in there. She's over her dad, like, Daddy, Daddy, wake up. She's smiling, but she's crying. Zoro's just been told this. You know, you can tell that, like I was saying last time, he's stepping up, you know. He's clearly been very affected by this. We also got Sanji in there, because he knows who Otoko is, because Otoko ate his food and loved it. Orochi sees Otoko. He's not happy with Otoko because of what happened previously with Otoko laughing at her. But it's his own fault, really, that she was laughing. It couldn't be helped. But still, he's angry at her. He's pulling his gun on her. And then fires, but boom! 2 silhouettes standing above her. And who are them 2 silhouettes? It is Zoro and Sanji. The reunion happens and they just glare at each other. Not even like a, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. What you been up to? Glad you came back from Big Mum's territory. No, just a glare. Pure anger in their eyes. But they are both protecting Otoko. And interestingly enough, in the background you can see X-Drake and Hawkins watching on. So who knows where this is going to go next week? Are we going to see a 2-on-2 fight with Zoro and Sanji versus Hawkins and X-Drake? Or are they going to go straight for Orochi? Are we going to get that satisfying moment where Orochi gets knocked right in the face, knock one of his big goofy teeth out? I'm not sure, but I'm really, really excited for next week. This chapter had a lot of good stuff. Seeing Kinemon when he was younger, learning all about the smile fruit. And we got a great panel as well with Kaido, Don Flamingo and Caesar as well. All linking back all the way back to Punk Hazard. Lot of connectivity with the rest of One Piece. And of course now this reunion. All we need now is Luffy. Hopefully we'll get there soon. But this chapter for me, very, very hype. I think it's gold tier. I think it's gold tier plus. Noir Widowmaker. For me, love this chapter. So the questions this week are, is Pandaman a gifter, or was that just an Easter egg? What's going on with O-Kiku's chin in the beginning of this chapter? And what do you think of Zoro and Sanji coming in there like a couple of absolute units right at the end? And where's this going to go? Are they actually going to say anything to each other, or are they just going to get straight into the fight? Hey, so thanks for watching. What did you think? Let me know about it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed my video, maybe give it a like. And if you really liked it, why not subscribe? You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Twitch. Oh, and here's a related video you might enjoy, and something more fresh. I've been Hegassen, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!